up, gumdrops? It's your boy Charlie T back again with another video. And if you're new to my channel, what you waiting for? Go ahead and subscribe right now. While you waiting, go ahead. I'll give you like 2 seconds. Okay, already go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead, make sure you like this video already because it's gonna be good. It's gonna be nice and juicy. As you can see, it's about the first time I bottomed. So without further ado, let's jump right into this video. Can I tell you something for what it's worth? If heaven is based on nothing, take you there, take you, show you something. So this is all the way back in 2010. Now, if you guys don't remember when I first topped, that was going to be with somebody that I only messed with one time. And after that, which was maybe 2 months later, a month and a half, 2 months later, I actually ended up bottoming for the first time. And it was with, again, someone else. So the first person is not gonna be that I had intercourse with. It's not gonna be this person that I had intercourse with that I'm about to speak on. Same college, but different person. Got it? Get it? Got it? Good. I had downloaded this app. If you're not familiar, it's called Jacked. And it's not Grindr, actually. You know, it was one of them too. He wanted to exchange explicit content, and I was like, no, I'm not down for the explicit. Like, if you want this, you will have to see it in person. Period. So around this time, I want to say it was some kind of football game happening. Was it football season? You know what? It was some sport. During this time, it was some sport going on. I feel like it was football, but it maybe was not. I don't know. But nonetheless, because he was going to the game, I said I wasn't. Why? I don't know, because I could have saw some cute memes. But anyway, I just said, okay, hit me up after you get back to your dorm, and we'll go from there. So he hits me up. And by this time, mind you, it's a Friday night. So by this time, I think it was like at least 11:30 at night. And I'm thinking this man he just forgot about me. I convinced myself. I was like, listen, I already didn't hear from you for like 2 hours, and like from the last text that we had sent. And I don't even remember exactly what I said, but I was just like, okay, I convinced myself it's not gonna happen, it's whatever. And so when he finally hit me up, I was like, oh, okay, all right. So I go ahead, got myself a nightcap bag, together. And I went to his dorm, and cause he had his so the thing was, he was a, what's the word? So he was in charge of, he was one of the people in charge of the dormitory. And so he had his own room, and he had his own area lock. The way his room was set up was like a loft, but he had his own, and it was free for him since he was in charge of one of the people in charge of the dorm. So I get there, he lets me in, and then he's like, got these candles lit and music playing already, and got the lights off. I was just like, okay, for setting the town, all right, we just gonna be in and out of this, huh? So when I get in there, I see all of that. He ain't even give me like 5 seconds to take my shoes off before he just started kissing up all on my neck. I was just like, what? So let's rewind. Study bro. Okay, let me get settled. Okay, let me take off my shoes. Let me take off my jacket. Manners, please. You don't even know if I need to shower first. For all he could have known, I could have went there and needed to shower still and get clean, but folks just want to rush, and I could have been dusty back there. I could have been rusty dusty back there. No, I'm just playing. He didn't know that I was even, first of all, so let's put this out there. He did not know that I was a virgin. I did not tell him because I did not want this man running. So while some guys like to deal with virgins, some don't. And I didn't want him to be the ones that don't. And I was just like, he didn't ask, so I didn't tell. We didn't really get into any kind of like sexual talk or anything like that. So I was just going with the flow. And before you guys ask, since I kind of touched on it anyway with the cleanliness, so while I showered at home before I went to his place, I did not know anything about douching. So if you guys aren't aware about what douching is, douching or douching, however you want to pronounce it. So what that is for a guy that's going to take it on the back end is, it's like, if you have, I would show you guys an example. So to save on advertisement, so it would basically be a bottle, because you can make your own, but there's also ones you can buy. So you would have like a bottle, just as an example, and it would be like a thin tube. So instead of like this cap, you would actually have like a really, really thinner tube that like goes straight up. Okay. And so then what you would do after that is you would propel it, like fill it with water. And then I think it's like water, and mix it like with other things. I only know it so much because yes, I have yet to still do this myself. But we'll get into that later. So what you would do is then propel the water, you would squeeze it, you would propel the water up in your gluteus maximus. And then, making sure everything is flushed out. You make sure everything is flushed out, clean, and you're supposed to just make sure all of that is jushed out of your body for a while. Like, give yourself time. Don't deal with anything else entering, in there for at least a good 2 hours. I would recommend, even though I still have yet to do it, but from where the street is, at least wait a good 2-3 hours and then go for it. If you done it correctly, you should be fine.
Child. Anyway, so
I did not know about this. I was still discovering myself, getting to know about the gay scene, yet alone about actual intercourse, and I didn't do a lot of educating on myself on how that worked exactly. And to be quite honest, I did not know what douching was actually until 2015. And then even after I found out about that, I was just like, take anything back there in order to, douche. You could do it for other health reasons in general, but they do say that you're not supposed to do it too much, like you're not supposed to do it too often, but you could do your own research on that. This ain't exactly all a learning channel. Nonetheless, I didn't know about, all of that at the time, so yeah, I told him, I was like, yo, so let me get comfortable. I know you wanna, get down, but let me, get comfortable. And he was like, oh yeah, sure, that's fine. So then I take out my jacket, I take out my shoes, and then I, just get comfortable into my night clothes, because I still had on my regular clothes. After I showered, I changed to an outfit, because I didn't know exactly like if I went over there, if you wanted to go somewhere like, out to eat or something. Yeah, it was a late, but like we can still have gone to Miggity's or something quick, So I want to be prepared at least with that. And so I packed up an overnight bag with like, the needs of night clothes, the clothes for the next morning, toothbrush, toothpaste, all of that jazz, yada yada, soap, all of that. So I changed into my night clothes after I see he's in his, bed clothes, aka just his drawers. We get in the bed and he says he wants to cuddle. And I was like, you just want to cuddle? Like, that's it? He was like, yeah. I said, okay, that's fine, I guess. And so we were cuddling and we just start having a conversation, like natural conversation. It was actually pleasant. Like, I was not mad about it at all. I wasn't. But then after we dozed off, I want to say, cause I don't even remember like time. We'll just act like time had no relevance at the moment. Like when I dozed off, it could have been like 5 o'clock in the morning. I not know. By the time I did wake up though, I know that it was still really dark out and that I got woken up because he started, playing with things back there. And by playing with things back there, he was doing a lot of, hand movements. And then, he was having things that were up front of his end play with the things that was the back of my end. And then he started kissing up on my neck. And then I was like, okay, so I know what this is giving. Because if it doesn't, I'm gonna be a little upset. And boy, whew, I was feeling away, but I wasn't. And here's why. I turn around, I was kissing, we started making out. And then I start getting butterball, in my birthday suit. He starts proceeding to get butterball in his, birthday suit. And when I tell you the way my jaw dropped after I seen what he was serving in his front end of his birthday suit. You want me to do anything? No, I'm already there. Like, just go ahead, continue, you can just continue making out. Oh, you sure? Cause, okay. I was surprised because on one end, this is cute, cause I'm just starting out. Like, this is my first time taking it in, and I need to start, kind of small. But then on the other end, I was like, listen, I ain't saying I wanted like an anaconda, but I also wasn't wanting a thumb.
Girl, the shade of it all.
By all means, I'm no sizer. I am not a sizer. I don't want nothing way too big. I definitely don't want them too small though. Like, I was like, oh gosh, bless this man's heart. Like, bless it. I went on and we did the thing. And, afterwards, my experience of using the toilet, when I tell you, whoo, it was a struggle. It was a struggle. So I will at least say, no matter how the size was, because things happened back there for the very first time, other than what usually happens when you go to the restroom. Yeah, I had quite interesting feels back there for a good 2 days. Day and a half, 2 days. And then I was like, all right, I'm good. I'm back to normal. But when I also tell you, I can't say too much more about the man's size because I did go back a second time. I did. And don't judge me. Do not judge. I see you're judging. Stop it. When you have but so many options, very few options, you're just like, all right, And if you ask why I didn't go back to the first one that I, lost my V card to in the first place, no ma'am. If you had seen that size, oh, you would have went, nope. Well, then again, some of y'all are freak. After that night ended, that morning, I left. And like I said, in the future, we ended up hooking up again. We did converse, and we texted each other. On that note, I'm going to let you guys just ponder on this story, figure out, how to douche. If you guys don't know what that is, continue to do your research, okay? Do your research. I will see you guys on the flip side. Until next time, peace.